Roblox strafe. Let's first of all, I'm going to tell you, a bunch of stuff. Also, I'm going to lag a lot, I think, in this video, sadly, because some other stuff. Let's load it up. I'm going to tell you a bunch of stuff, like about air-to-air combat in this thing, air-to-ground firing, so it's like Grom 1 or something. Let's load it up. Also, make sure to get at least 2 air-to-ground missiles. I'm going to tell you some of that about that. Right now, I think we're good. If you supposedly made a mistake and you didn't load one missile somewhere, you can just open up the thing again. Load it up. All right, let's start up with the missile. Oh, not missile loading. I mean about the startup thing. Here we go. We got a startup that's pretty simple. It's pretty simple, right here we got our, all this is pretty needed. Pretty much. Turn on all these switches. I'm going to probably tell about I'm going to tell about what we are even turning on right now, in like the next video probably. Turn on your master arm. Your master arm is right over there, and genuinely, let me tell about it a little bit. So all this is genuinely the weapons panel. Here you can see. Also, you need these 2 lights to be on, because this is genuinely power for the guided missiles for the air-to-air combat and for the air-to-ground combat. Type of stuff. Close the canopy with this interesting switch. Here it goes. Also, if you're going to be in the back, you can only sadly turn on the screens. Nothing really much else. Now let's set this thing up for air-to-air combat. The IFF thing is pretty much optional. You don't really need to do that, but I'll do. So in this screen, turn on the MASD page. This is your weaponry, but it doesn't really do anything. But so I mostly just put here this TSD and CS thing. That's it. And also don't forget to turn on this. This is the control of the front wheel, and deploy your flaps, so you could take off and all that stuff. So generally here I just put TSD and CS, but I'm now putting this. Now also here I mostly put the RWR, and genuinely, if you need air-to-air combat, not all this stuff, you just need to get all these things off. You only need the air thing to be right here, and it needs to be on. So you will see aircraft. These aircraft are just dummy training aircraft, and right here you can see 16. That means that there's an F-16 in that direction. It's pretty simple to learn, now right here I just you need to go to the MASD page again, DTL, and here we go. This is your kind of radar thing, I guess. It's kind. I don't really know why is it pretty much bad and all that stuff, but alright. Now as your engine had, these green things had disappeared, and don't forget that this is starting the both engines and these are stopping them, so yeah, just for you to know. Now let's throttle up. Also make sure that you have disabled your parking brake, and you have turned on the control of the front wheel. That's all you kind of need to really take off, but if you want all that stuff, that's you need them if you want air-to-air combat. Alright, now we gotta just take off. I'm going to take off right here. You don't need to get on the freaking runway. Alright, let's go. Up in the air we go. Yep, here we go. I need to take off. This thing doesn't want to take off for some reason. Alright, now it wants to. Here we go. Landing gear up. Here we go. Now, as we are in the air, let's talk about the HUD screens and modes. Now, let's go. All we need for air-to-air is, and mostly, the only thing that we'll need is genuinely the 5th HUD mode and the 6th one. Don't mind this. That stuff is just worrying about the height. And now the fifth one is the BVR, basically beyond visual range, so you can't really see your target, but you know it's right there, so you can just turn it on. And you can also, as you can see, this is TVS, track while scan, so you will track your target, but as well as this thing is still going to track these green things. These are genuinely the enemies that you could lock with this thing, but sadly you can't really move it around in this HUD, so genuinely that's sad. Now as you alright, never mind, I need to turn around. We're going to talk about the HUD mode right now. I'm going to lower our throttle. This thing is really speedy, and pretty maneuverable, but it's going to shake a lot when you try to maneuver. Also, I'm lagging for some reason. Alright, let's move to the sixth HUD mode. This HUD mode is genuinely, I don't know, I mostly only seen it for the, heat-seeking missiles, but right there for some reason it's for, genuinely, but right here is for within visual range. So genuinely, you already get what that means. You see your target, and you know it's right there. So it's pretty simple. Alright, and now this last HUD mode is this number 9, not the 9th, HUD mode. This thing is genuinely locking targets with your eyes or something. Alright, as we talk about the HUD modes, and also get the, cool things. Now as we talk about the HUD modes, let's get into firing the target, shooting this thing down. Alright, turn on your BVR or VVR thing. Also, because this thing doesn't work, you kind of just need to lean inside, more closer to the HUD to see, these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now press Z to change the missile that you want to fire. We're going to use currently the su30, so I need to change to the 6th one. And now, as you selected your missile and all that stuff, you just press L, and when you know that the enemy is inside, in your HUD, and just when you locked him, you can also see this thing that is basically the range, but there's no need for the range. You just fire it by pressing M, and that's pretty much it. It's really simple for some reason, and also the missiles are really broken in this game sometimes. They're just, I don't know, they're just pretty hard, as well as this Russian aircraft is pretty laggy. This is pretty sad. But yeah, Gene just need to launch a missile, but if it fails to intercept the current, jet you want to intercept, right now, I don't think I should demonstrate it on the you see what I'm telling by that. This thing just literally doesn't want to run out of energy for some reason. And at this point, he's going to hit it sometime, but it's going to take the keywords at this point. Alright, let's try to just shoot down this balloon. It's not that hard. Now then we're going to need, alright, press L, just like before, press M, and here it goes. Now I don't need to keep locking this, or 77 as I remember, you can just sit down and look how this thing just going to maybe go down. I really hope this missile is going to work out. Genuinely, I don't know, but these missiles on this thing, sometimes they work, or sometimes they just fly right past and target that can, target not even needed to be moving at this point, for the missile not to spot it and not to destroy it. That is pretty sad, Alright, let's move on to the ground targets, because, I guess you already get what about the, air missiles. Alright, as we're currently moving in, I just wanted you to know this thing is not needed for, ground locking. All you need is J, and genuinely, what you also need is to turn on your SAM and disable air if you want only, ground target. Now, turn on any mode where these numbers show up, so we'll know, what kind of stuff you just chose. And now turn around to see your target. You kind of only actually need to know your target before doing all the stuff, because if you want to shoot at something and you don't know it, it's not really that good, ain't it? Also, again, this thing is pretty hard to lock actual target you want to lock. So generally, I suggest diving into it. Here, I want to lock this aircraft carrier. So I just dive into it, I press J, I momentarily just launch it, I guess. It's not really needed to be like this, but as you can see, it kind of got a hit, and that's genuinely it. It's pretty cool, you know. Let's try shooting another missile, but a different target now. Lower your throttle, that's, you know, really optional, but if you want to get a more precise strike, maybe. Now, as you can see, here are my targets. I just lock them, I shoot at them, I turn away, I just kind of pray that I won't get, you know, destroyed. Oh, we're good. So that's all you kind of need it, I think. Now, as you can get it, this is pretty cool, you know, knowing about this thing. And now, holy crap, didn't I just mouse die or something? I don't know. Oh my god, why is this so like this? Never mind, we're good. Alright, just hope your mouse doesn't die like mine. Alright, now, you know, for the sake of it all, I'm going to eject, never mind, I'm not going to eject. Genuinely, that's all you kinda needed. But before that, let me just, you know, tell you some more basic stuff, you know, about that. And what is even left it's pretty much simple. The range, and let me just tell you a little bit about it. We just need to get any lock, like anything, literally anything. Also, don't forget, these things that are green and moving, these are the targets that you can, you know, shoot down. So generally, this is why you know, need to, like, you know, track what scan. You see them in your HUD, I guess. Now let's move to trying to destroy the same freaking satellite. But my missile just passed by. It doesn't even want for some reason. Alright, back to the thing. Did I just... Oh my god. Like I just said, this thing is like hell of trying to lock the thing that you want to lock, but it doesn't want to lock the thing that you want to lock. Alright, let's get back. Trying to lock it. Just like that. Now we get a range missile out. Here we go. We're good. And oh, here it is. We shoot it down. And yeah, it's already not here, just falling down, I guess. Alright. Now also, if you somehow will spot a tanker, here's the switch to, you know, turn on the... Oh, never mind. It's not this. Alright, never mind, sorry. Alright, so that's all you kind of needed, I think. I'm going to tell maybe more if I will find out more about the SQ30 in the next video. So, you know, thank you all for watching this video. And yet again, I know I turned on that we just fulls out this circle. Thank you all again. Goodbye. Oh, what the hell. Alright, never mind, don't trust this thing.